Science. Paranormal. Drinks. Three tortured souls. Entertain, educate, recreate, and intoxicate.
I like the music. I will have to say I like that music.
Good, because I'm not changing it again anytime soon.
Well, how are you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
You?
And welcome everybody to the show, which might be a record-breaking bad topic. Cat, I see cats in here, and I keep looking. I'm going to have a tiara. I will at some point. My tiara. I will have it.
You will have a tiara.
Yep. And Daniel. Jude.
Oh, cool.
Wandering Wenchy. I like that name.
Wandering Wenchy. Hey.
Yep, I like that name. Well, gentlemen, if this all goes as bad as I think it will, I just want to remind everybody that Dave was the one that shared the link.
Wow.
Your show this week, Tim. You could have said no, buddy.
I could have, but I had ley lines.
You decided to jump on board of the dumb fuckery.
I did pick ley lines, which is one of the dumbest ones. Actually, it was the dumbest one. It took like 15 minutes of like just talking about it and debunking it. And we were like, oh, okay, what are we going to do for the rest of the 45 minutes now that that's over?
Well, we figure it out all the time. I mean, we usually do. We have topics that in our discussion, it's like, this is only going to last like 10 minutes.
I know.
And then we end up going over. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what the topic is, so Dave did share this, and it did catch my attention because it just, I think it goes to the unnecessary push of trying to make things haunted just because you want to go be the first. I mean, it is a cool place, and it is the house at which Poltergeist was filmed.
The original.
The original. That's right. Thank you.
1982.
I don't know why filming a movie there would make it haunted. I don't know, but my understanding from what I'm reading is that it is going to be an Airbnb, which I will say kudos to the owner because that is a badass idea. I mean, just in the area of entertainment, being like, hey, I stayed a night at the Poltergeist house. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like if I was in the area and it was open, I would probably do the same and have like 112 pictures of me like coming out of the closet with a rope around me, put slime all over my body, and like,
right.
Yeah. I mean, I would do that. I'm the person that would do that. I would cosplay as the little psychic and be like, this place is clean. I would love it. But I don't know why, other than I think Kenny nailed it in the comments earlier, that why would you claim that it's haunted? It's for likes, it's for clicks, it's for viewers and TV show. Well, so I kind of went with I'll do it just to talk about it. Like I don't know. I know you guys have done some stuff. You guys also had seen some of the postings about when it was for sale and how they claimed it. I would have liked to reach out to the previous owner, the one that was there for 45 years. So it can't be, I guess, that bad if the last person was there 45 years after the movie. So yeah, that's what it is. And I got a very good angle to take, but if you guys want to go ahead and give your opening thoughts on this, I'm sure it won't take long. Dave, you go, Dave. I like it.
Waiting for you to pick.
Yeah, since I sent it to you, thanks.
That's right.
Yeah, my first thought when I saw that, and it's related to a certain TV show with a certain investigator who gets possessed 99.9% of the time when they're in a haunted house or location. And I read this, and it said I think it's the season premiere that's coming up, and they're investigating the house that Poltergeist was filmed at. I'm like, oh, well, I didn't know that place was haunted. So I looked into it just quickly, and really no reports, no nothing.
Nothing.
And there's even a listing from it. It was for sale in, I think, August last year, 2024. And they made a point in the listing of, not haunted. Don't worry about that stuff. That's, all made up. It's just stories. And
They were like,
why in the hell are they investigating here then? Unless, I mean, I'm, the worst part of this whole thing is probably that they suckered me in to probably watch that season premiere episode, because I want to see how they rationalize being there because it's haunted. So my end of my opening comment, I don't want to get into too much more because, I'm sure we'll bring these things up as we get into it tonight. Dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen recently. I'll say recently, but I don't know. I think you already said it, Tim, for ratings or TV, it's got to be why they're doing it. And maybe they have a deal. I don't know. This is speculation, 100% me speculating. They have some deal with the Airbnb. The Airbnb is probably like, ooh, we could make a mint on this if people think this is haunted. I don't know if that's true, though. That's just pure speculation.
Yeah, I think it'll make a mint.
It'll be a very energy-filled show.
Shit, Dave.
You better get drunk. You're going to need to be for this one.
Yeah. All right, Kenny, what you got, buddy? You're muted.
He's muted. Mute.
Sorry about that. I was queuing up video and stuff just to make comparisons, and I didn't want to bother you guys. But I agree. Like when Dave, you sent this link, I looked at it, and I mean, obviously my first thought was, fucking kidding me? Like, what? Why, you dumbass? Why? But like, this is perfect, because if it's going to be an Airbnb, this is your catch. This is your hook, because it's like all these horror fans who wouldn't want to stay at the Poltergeist house. I mean, that's an iconic house, and it's cinema. Like it's classic cinema, because it's one of the scariest horror movies ever. Because it's like, this is the first time a haunted theme took place in a normal residential area. It wasn't a creepy castle or mansion or like old broken down building. This was a suburb. This was an everyday house, an everyday person kind of house. So it was perfect. And now you have someone that finally sold it, that lived there for so long, again, with no reports whatsoever of anything going on. Now it's going to be an Airbnb. And just like you mentioned, Tim, like, if I go out there and I'm in the area, hell yeah, I'm going to stay there. Hell yeah. And yeah, I will be going to Walmart and buying all the slime in the kids' toy aisle.
Yes.
Because we're going to have some fun with this.
I will make an ass out of myself in that house, just being cosplaying everybody.
Absolutely. And I think it's a marketing tactic from that point of view, but then also, what better advertisement than getting on one of the most popular ghost hunting shows, even if it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting on this show that's going to reach a whole bunch of people, and obviously they're already promoting it before it's coming out. It's already promoted. It's going to be there. People are going to hear about it, right? I mean, damn. Like, that's genius. It really is genius.
Yeah, I don't blame the owners. That's a smart business move for them.
Yeah. But otherwise, I mean, it's going, and I'm in the same boat as you, Dave. Like, I'm curious to see how are they going to play this out?
Mm-hmm.
How are they going to spin this to make it spooky? And I mean, obviously, we all know Zach's going to get possessed. I mean, that's a given. The only thing to bet on here is, like, how far in the show will this happen? Like, how many minutes? Who's got 5.5 minutes? Who's got 10 minutes? Like, that's the bet here. We should do squares. We should do squares and
should.
put this out on the
started to
website.
say we should come back, like all of us, because we're addicted to torture. All of us should actually watch it and then come back and review the show.
Right.
I think that would be fun. Oh, I think everybody that's listening should watch it, and then they can come on with us if they want to.
As long as I don't have to sign up for another freaking streaming service, because I'm not doing any.
Oh, that's right.
Discover is it Discovery? Discovery Plus or Discovery Possessed Plus? I don't know.
I think that might be. It's illegal, isn't it? To have a live watch party.
That one we can't do.
Yeah.
Not that we wouldn't want to. We just
can't. We would want to on this one.
We just can't.
We can't. No.
Yeah, we can't.
Where we're all searching here. I love how we've yet to mention the name of this show, though, and we keep tap dancing around it.
Well, I think everybody knows who we're talking about.
While you guys are looking, I would like to, like, this is just another. Did you already find it? Is that
It looks like Discovery Plus. That's what I'm seeing here. Yeah.
And when's the new one come out? April 16th.
Yeah. Okay. Douchebag and his crew. Yep. So
yeah. Well, this is the torture. Like when we say, like, we throw stuff at each other this was Dave's. Dave's like, hey guys, look at this.
Unfucking believable.
And then I like that the subtle clue here. Wait, where is it? There it is. It's the guy on Kenny's. Yes,
and his name rhymes with Dildo Bagans.
Wow. Oh, we know. Hey, John, without an H. What's up? Hello, Creep.
Hello. Yeah. So this is the stuff that goes around. This is the stuff that throws at us. So,
right.
Right. I did. Let me see what I have. Just Googling it. I found a publication called The Neighbor, and it says that team investigates the poltergeist house in Chilling season 29. It had some interesting stuff here. Oh, there it is. The hit Discovery Channel series. Are venturing into the paranormal, where they premiere episode taking them into the iconic poltergeist house. They are the first ones. That's a pet peeve of mine. To conduct. I mean, they have to open right there. It's like it feels like you're peeing on this house so that nobody else has the right. It's like we're the first ones. Well, because you're first doesn't mean the first. What is it? The early bird gets the worm, but the second rat gets the cheese, right?
Yep,
sounds about right.
Yeah. Let me see what they had to say about. There was something in here. So this person told TMZ that the new owner, who hopes to turn the property into a movie-themed Airbnb, brilliant, has experienced 2 dizzy spells and other bad feelings like nausea, chills, and a, quote, pulling sensation while in the house. The iconic place already had a haunted history, which I didn't find, with previous owner telling Baggins relatives passed away in the home. That doesn't make it a haunted history. I think that's qualifies as some bullshit.
Yeah.
Anyway, the previous owner of my home died in the bedroom right next to me, and I thought it was quite beautiful. Like they lived here almost their from early childhood, not childhood, but early marriage, all the way up until retirement, and they died. I think that's very fitting. Like this is where he wanted to pass away, and he did.
Right.
Did I wish it was haunted? Yeah, I did actually, but it wasn't. So this is a 2-hour episode. The psychic advisor for the film also stops by for a guest appearance. This person believes that a terrifying relic from the 1982 film could also provide insight into the sinister energy that haunts the location.
Wow.
There's just so much to unpack there already.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yep.
Seriously, you're dizzy, you had the chills and nausea. I don't know, maybe get checked for COVID or the flu. That might be one thing to do.
Yeah.
That happened to me after eating undercooked chicken too.
Yeah.
Food poisoning. I mean, I really, and then, okay, yeah, a person died in the home. Fine.
Okay.
Okay. But nobody's ever said they even saw an apparition. So far, we only have dizzy, chills, nausea, and then a psychic advisor and a terrifying relic. What terrifying relic would they have from the movie? The only thing, and I didn't look at everything. The only thing I know that was real in the film was the skeletons. Supposedly, they used real skeletons.
I can talk about that later.
But
I
even that, so what?
So what?
Yes.
And then, okay, I'm not really. So the new owner, but then again, to be very skeptical, you got a new owner who wants to open an Airbnb movie theme, Poltergeist, wants a ghost hunting group to come in that has a TV show. Of course, they're trying to come up with something. But really, the only thing is dizzy, chills, nausea, and what? Was there something else?
Oh, the haunted history of its past is that
What?
someone passed away there.
Well, so what?
I know. That's what I mean by like right next door, right across the hall is where the previous owner passed away.
I mean, now, if you told me somebody passed away in the house and somebody saw the apparition of that person and they picked that person out from a bunch of pictures randomly put together with the person who used to live there ahead of time and they didn't know anything, and then they picked out and said, yeah, it looked like this guy, then okay, now I'm interested.
Yeah.
Yep.
But right now, we got a big lot of nothing here.
Yep. That would earn a Scooby snack at minimum if that would happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just because I feel old, Jade Ruckus, I like this relics from the 80s.
Hey, now.
I'm a relic from the 80s. I'm not haunted. I'm a Gen Xer, man. But I didn't even think about that. The use of the adjective relic to kind of like what Kat said, priming relics from the 80s. I mean, damn, am I that old?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, what could they have? I mean, you might have a movie prop, but that's about it. But we would have, where'd they get it from? I mean, the previous owner was there for 20, 25 years or so. So
was it 25? I might have misspoken, said 45. But yeah, it was
I don't know. I know. I mean, we're talking from the 80s, not 82 when it came out. So they were filming in 81.
Yep.
And now it's sold, and we would have heard something by now. I'm sure we would have heard something by now. Not an exclusive for one of the dumbest shows.
Not even an urban legend came out of the house during those years.
The what?
Not even an urban legend of any sort of has come out of that house. The only thing they really maybe you're going to play off of is the supposed curse of the Poltergeist movie, which is a whole. There's nothing to that anyway.
Right.
So I don't know if they're going to play on that or the fact that there was one of the cast members was uneasy because they used the real skeletons and he did an exorcism at the house supposedly.
So,
but why would that make it haunted? Why would doing an exorcism for nothing at a house make it haunted?
I don't know if that's the house from the original
or was it the second one?
Second film where they had a
right, because
Native
it was a
American
shaman and he didn't show up until the second one.
He showed up in the second one and he insisted on doing like a cleansing ritual on like the cave or something that was in the second one. So it wasn't the first.
Yeah, I did find a story somewhere where somebody they said because of the skeletons it made them uneasy.
I do have information on that because there was a court case. There was a lawsuit against Spielberg and the production crew because of ideas. Like apparently there was the writers of the screenplay. They were accused of stealing ideas from an earlier work, somebody else's work. So there was a court case and they had the makeup artist. What was his name? His name was Brent Taylor. No, total author. I forget where I have my Craig Reardon. He was the film's makeup artist, and I found something where he said he swore under oath that 13 of the swimming pool corpses were real. So I looked up the court case and I printed out the transcript here, and we have to distinguish something here because a skeleton is not a corpse.
Correct.
A corpse is a body. A skeleton is a skeleton. So what you see in the film, they did use real skeletons. And his testimony here is that the makeup artist, acquired a number of actual biological supplied skeletons, is what they're called. They're for hanging in classrooms for study.
Mm-hmm.
These are actual skeletons from people. I think the bones are acquired from India. But at any rate, we got 13 of these, and we dressed them up so they looked not like bleached, clean, bolted together skeletons, but instead disintegrating cadavers. So everything that you see, all the flesh, that's all rubber, because they made a mold from the skull and the bones, and they actually attached the foam rubber onto the skeletons. So the skeletons were really there. So the skull was like in the head, but it was wrapped in a foam rubber casing, and then that was all decorated. So the flesh, it wasn't like they took bodies and dumped them into the pool and had them floating. It was just skeletons. But they did have it, and she was nervous, and I think what she said was that that's Jo Beth Williams, who was the mother. She's the one that fell into the pool in the film. But apparently, like, she was not so scared about the bodies, but she was afraid because of all the lighting and technical equipment around the pool, and because it was raining, she was afraid of getting electrocuted. That was her fear, and that's what she actually said in the interviews. Like, it wasn't so much the skeletons; it was like, I don't want one of these lights falling in, and there goes. She becomes one of the skeletons.
100%.
Yeah, so I get it. I totally get it. But other than that, and I think those scenes were filmed at that location. The pool scenes were, because if you look at one of the rabbit holes I went down today because of this, thanks Dave, was looking at the interior shots of the Zillow listing and other listings, and comparing them to the movie. So I had the movie up on one screen, I had the Zillow images up on the other. They used the background, the exterior shots, and then the kitchen scene is the kitchen from the house. So that was awesome. I actually, because everything I read just said that they had exterior shots, the front and the back, the backyard. So that's all on set. But then if you look at the kitchen scene where, like the chairs and the girl goes sliding across and they get set up, which is still cool. I love that scene. That's still a cool scene.
Yeah.
But right before that, they're in the kitchen and the mother's looking out back and looking at everyone doing the work. They're digging the swimming pool. And I was able to match up all the features to the house. And I was like, this is where they filmed. But the rest of the filming, like the weird, not so spiral staircase that comes down, that's not in there. That's not, the ceilings aren't part of it. So the rest of the film, including the bedrooms, were not filmed in the house. They were filmed on a set. So a lot of the spooky stuff, because the chair scenes weren't spooky at all. There was no scary, that was just basic special effects, but no ghosts, no animatronics, nothing like that. That was all done on a set.
I would still put a hole in the closet through the ceiling of the living room and put a rope there so you could hang and get pictures.
I would totally get a reproduction of the clown.
Oh, the clown!
Have a fake tree put outside that looks like that tree. Oh, hell yeah!
Oh, where's Taryn?
Oh, that'd be.
We need Taryn. Taryn would love that club. We need to send Taryn. Yeah.
Have the clown sitting in a rocking chair in the corner of the room.
Animatronic tree outside knocking on the window.
Yeah.
Ooh,
dude, I would love this place.
Make a mint.
If they would put a little effort into this, like I would travel. I would just just because, like, I wouldn't travel across the country, but if I was a couple hours away, I would make a trip. I'd make a day trip of it.
Right.
And
Yeah,
put
the
a timer
clown.
on
I
that.
forgot about the clown. That would be great.
Put a timer on that TV with a VCR hidden somewhere, or someone have it play static with voices coming out of it in the middle of the night.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
There were lots of things. I know there was other weird things that they attributed to this curse, like small things like scripts being stolen or missing, and like that was one of the things that they said was eerie. But talking to Spielberg and one of the other actors, the kid that played Robbie, the little kid, the boy, the brother, like he said that happens on every set. Like it does. It's not out of the ordinary. It happens all the time. There was also the Dominique Dunn, who was the older sister. Like she was strangled. Unfortunately, her ex-boyfriend strangled her outside of their apartment, and it was right after they got done with the movie, which is a shame. But they had issues before the movie ended. Like I think they met right when filming started. And he was a very possessive, jealous kind of person, and it was a very unfortunate event that happened there. But does it have anything to do with a curse? No, not at all. It's just it's. I hate to say it, but it's something horrible that does happen once in a while. Luckily, it doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen.
I will take that as a good segue. And I think Dave will be very proud of me because somehow I think that there's statistics involved in this.
Oh, here we
But
go.
I didn't want to, I didn't want to just, do it off the top of my head and make everybody feel bad. So a lot of the claims that I see are exactly what you guys were talking about is basically trying to, without saying it, give the impression of what's the chances that 4 things horribly happened during the filming or after the filming. Maybe let's be a little bit more loose and say 6 or 7 things. So I did. I googled what films and television series have the worst accidents in them. And it's actually quite a brilliant list. It starts in the 1910s and goes all the way up. And there's a lot of them with a death. And the one that it's a 1984. The one that they consider is a movie called Rust. I think that was it. This one's saying it's a 2024. There was another one on here, and I can't find it. I'll have to find it. But there are a lot. Now, granted, in the 1910s, 20s, 30s, there really wasn't the safety programs that you have on set today or trained people. But I didn't know this about, they talked about Harold Lloyd, who actually was kind of an inspiration for my glasses. He picked up what he thought was a fake World War I bomb.
Oh.
Or it was a prop, and it wasn't. So when he pulled the pin, it went off in his hand. Yeah. And it blew some of his fingers off, and it blinded his brother for a little while. And he wore gloves for the rest of his movie career. Other people have been shot. And being that I just started this list probably about 20 minutes before we aired, I didn't get to see a lot of them. But I mean, they go on and on and on. Hepburn in the movie Unforgiven, 1960, thrown off of a horse, broken vertebrae. She suffered a miscarriage from that. Guns of Navarone, almost drowned. Oh, there was one up here where I'd never thought I would ever hear the word quicksand actually killed somebody. But where is it? They talked about, here it is, across the border, 1914. While filming on location in Canyon City, Colorado, a cast member, Grace McHugh, was filming a scene where her character was crossing the Arkansas River in a boat. The boat capsized, and a cameraman, Owen Carter, immediately jumped into the river to save her. He dragged her onto a sandbar that was reported to be quicksand, The rest of the film crew watched helplessly as both were sucked into the sandbar and drowned.
Oof.
I've never heard of, like, growing up, going back to Gen X, catching on fire, quicksand were like two things that were just drilled into your head that you were going to die of. Especially, like, I was terrified of quicksand. Like, we would go out hiking and we would like jump across like different wet sandbars on the river because it looked like quicksand. Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
Wow.
But yeah, so there is a long list. I think the list says there are like from 1980 to 1990, there were 37 deaths related to accidents during stunts. 24 of these deaths involved the use of helicopters. Fatal shooting in the film of Rust. There have been 194 serious accidents in American television and film sets from 1990 to 2014, and at least 43 deaths, as quoted by the Associated Press. So in the movie, there's 24 deaths. In television, there's been 43. So I think just the numbers alone, if you want to say this stands out because it had some deaths associated to it, well, it would seem like, just from a statistical standpoint, thank you very much. I did 2 semesters of it in school. Both of them were the same class because I failed it the first time. It would look like a certain segment of the rest of those films would have something else tied to them. So just saying because it had something unfortunate and tragic happen to people, does it automatically make it haunted?
I think it gets into like a selection bias type of a scenario, because you have what's deemed a curse because it's usually a horror movie or something that has to do with hauntings or curses or hauntings. And especially with this, I mean, because ironically, that's the theme of Poltergeist. They built over a cemetery. They left the bodies there.
Mm-hmm.
So now the house or the land is cursed because the spirits are angry. So, I mean, it plays on that. And when we look at some interviews, I know that the mother, the woman that played the mother, she was in interviews and said that she felt weird, or kind of, she was the first, I think, that really pushed the idea that there might be a curse, mentioning about the scripts disappearing and stuff like that. The guy that who is it? James Caan. Sorry.
Mandatory.
Hit me.
It's mandatory.
No explanation needed.
That's facts.
He wrote the novelization of the film, and he went on an interview. Of course, this interview appeared in the National Enquirer, so take that as it is. But he claimed that he was experiencing poltergeist-like activity while writing the book in his own house. But then later on, there's an article in Skeptical Inquirer that dealt with movie curses. It's actually called Hollywood Curse Legends by Brett Taylor. He reached out to this author and said, hey, like, you're quoted saying this in the paper, what's going on? And the guy admitted, he's like, no, I don't believe in any of this stuff at all. And that was something to promote the book. So yeah, I think we can run into this where it's a great marketing tactic. Because even the National Enquirer piece, I'm not going to call it an article because it's just tabloid trash, but they did the typical tabloid thing where they quoted sources but didn't name the sources. Like, they had eyewitnesses or someone on the set. They never give you a name. We never know. We don't even know if it was a complete fabrication or not, but that's where these rumors start. And it's terrible because, one of the biggest ones that come out of this is about Heather O'Rourke, the little girl.
Oh,
yeah.
It's terrible. They include her in on the curse because they're like, look, this young lady, like she died like quickly. And there's a series of events. It happened quickly, yes, but there is a series of events that led to her passing. And not to be mean, please don't take this as being mean, but if the curse was on the first film, she made 2 sequels. Like it didn't like curses are so unpredictable. Apparently, like they're like, oh, you know what? We're gonna screw whatever you want on the first film, but we're gonna wait and see how the franchise does, and then we'll take action if the franchise starts going down, or something like that. So, but it's terrible because people don't go into it and realize like, oh yeah, she did do 2 other movies. She did 3 films for that series, and the series of events that she went through. Like she contracted, she got infected. I forget what it's actually called, but she had well water from her family's farm, and it gave her. I can't pronounce. It's what is it?
Sepsis? Was it sepsis?
It's called. I'm not even going to try this.
Oh, do it.
Oh my god. You know what? It's GIARD.
Giardia.
It's all right. So it's a parasitic disease.
Dave.
Thank you, Dave.
Dave
She got
smoothly drinks a beer.
Was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, which is a inflammatory bowel disease, and that was in 1987. So on January 31st of 1988, she began exhibiting flu-like symptoms. The following morning, on February 1st, she collapsed. She was rushed to the hospital. She was then airlifted, or she went to Children's Hospital of San Diego. She was airlifted there. She had surgery. She died on the way to the first hospital. The medics did CPR, got her back. They restarted her heart, but she went into surgery, survived the surgery, but unfortunately had another cardiac arrest. And they did, according to the report, they did CPR for 30 minutes. But they pronounced her at 2:43 that afternoon.
Because I thought she didn't die from that though. They thought it was that, and wasn't it? It was like a obstruction or something.
Yeah, the report said, let's see,
congenital stenosis.
It was ruled out by It
was an obstruction.
With septic shock.
Yep,
complicated by septic shock.
Yeah,
and
I thought it was Giardia, but it wasn't.
So I mean, they're even though they expected like I don't know how to say it properly, but they expected symptoms to last longer before it got so severe that the doctor, he was the head of gastroenterology. Am I saying that right?
Gastroenterology.
That's it. I'll drink.
He's doing good. He's doing it to himself.
Further stated that it was possible that the congenital bowel narrowing to cause sudden death without symptoms, without the expected symptoms. So, unfortunately, it was just a series of unfortunate events that complicated everything and just compiled.
Due to the curse of the movie, obviously.
It's one of those pet peeves. Like this poor young lady passed away, and probably in a very painful manner.
Oh yeah.
And the conspiracy theorists, paranormal like overkill believers turned it into a curse and celebrate it as a curse, which it just annoys the fuck out of me, because it's not. I mean, it's the little girl we're talking about. That
I guarantee it's going to come up in the show.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I can't say that first name. Elphaba.
Elphaba.
Thank you. Yeah. Earlier on, they picked this up and put it out there early too, and I totally agree. I really hope that they don't
bring that
even if I was in
You're going to bring
television.
the curse in. You know they are. That's one of the
I
few things you're
know,
going to have to link it.
but even if I was into television, even if I was making money doing this stuff, I wouldn't mention a child's death. I just can't.
I got it. I'm right now. It just hit me right now that I'm wondering if her family is like worried, like concerned now. Like if they saw any of the advertisements, like, oh shit, they're gonna drag our daughter into this circus of a show, and I'd be concerned too. And if they do it, I hope the family finds some way to sue the fuck out of them and just take for everything.
I mean, honestly, a death is always a loss to someone that they loved, and it should be valued adult, whether it's adult or a minor. But I don't know. I just, because it's a child, like I could not bring myself to be like, hey, I'm going to make some money off of this. Whether we're going to say this is being very respectful and this is what we're going to do, and we're going to be very respectful of this. And even if you're saying that, you say it, but then you go ahead and make money off of it. So you're capitalizing on an infant's or a child's death monetarily. I don't know. But again, like it's kind of, I know I sound like I'm pitching a mixed signal or mixed message rather.
How's that coffee?
It's going.
Almost gone.
It's going. When I feel myself slur, I know I'm getting there. Because like a life is valuable regardless of the age, but for some reason it just feels worse to me. Like if it's a child, and and for many reasons, and that one that you just said is like, there might be family watching, or they probably wouldn't watch, but they would eventually hear about it. And I wouldn't want my child that passed away to be a subject of a cause or that they're still haunting. What if I don't know that family? What if they have a belief system that the child has not been able to pass on? Like, that's not our belief, but maybe what if they did? Like, what if they're like really worried that if her soul or her spirit still is there, like, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
Sorry, a little pissed off.
No, that's good. I mean, we should be, because it's this is how we are, and I get it. Like, I think this shows integrity. Like we're caring about what's going on and not exploit this, because it's exploitation if it happens. And this
if
is
it happens, you're right.
Part.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. But
we'll have to watch and see what they do. I mean, really.
And then I hope, like I hope action is taken if they do, if they can. I don't know what could be. I mean, I'm looking here, and it looks like her parents might still be alive, and she had an older sister who was also an actress. So if anything, I mean, if they're watching it, contact us. I mean, I'll see what I can do. Maybe we can write about it and just get their side of the story. If again, it happens.
If it happens.
Yeah. But oh my gosh, like that I'm pissed off now.
I know. I kind of ruined the vibe there, but it pissed me off thinking about it. I think that goes along with, a lot of the things that people don't see. What we see is like, there's some people that it's almost like they can't wait until a celebrity dies. It's like, I think that they have, excuse me. I'm coughing a little bit here. It's almost, I feel like sometimes like they have stuff pre-made, and all they have to do is just go in, do a spirit box session with something that they made that you can buy for $900. Yeah, and it never disappoints. It's like, I just feel like they have history and B-roll already filmed, already set up. And because it seems like it's the next day, if not the next day, the 2 days after, I don't like that as well. I mean, shit.
It'll
Damn.
be interesting. Like you said, I might actually. I haven't watched one of their episodes in quite some time, and maybe if we can watch it, we figure out if anybody has Discovery Plus and can figure out how to like record it and get it to us. We would appreciate it, first of all. But
I can get Discovery Plus on. I have YouTube TV, so I can add it for it's like $10 a month, and as soon as I watch it, you can just stop it.
It's called a trial period.
Yeah. But we can watch it together. I know we can't stream it.
Right. Yeah. We can do that. I'm up for that.
Oh, we got to do that.
What I'm curious about though is like aside from exploiting Heather, like if they do that, if they focus on the skeletons, like we know from sworn testimony where they're from, and that they wouldn't have any identity.
Oh,
that's like an open. That's a free pass. That's an open doorway of just whatever they want to say, because now they like. I wonder if they're going to say, "Well, were you really buried here?" Or like, are you like they shouldn't speak English?
I was just getting ready to say, if they get a spirit box session and it's English, now granted, maybe some of them could speak English.
Maybe.
I mean, Americans have, we're not exactly the bilingual country, but we're so huge.
Probably detect the accent in there though.
But it would be just it's a complete unknown. And I can see them doing something. Or, well, like this, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't think of it. I already talked about it, but Dominique, like she was there. She was the older sister that was strangled right after the movie finished. Like that's another avenue that they could go down and exploit.
Oh,
and then it'd be like, what is her connection with that house?
They filmed there.
I mean, so what? If somebody's gonna haunt a place, it's usually, you would think it's gonna be somewhere they'd want to be. They have an attachment to. They loved it there. It was like their place, and they always wanted to stay there. Not somewhere you film the movie for a couple weeks.
Right.
What?
Oh, I agree.
Why?
I agree with you.
It's going to be interesting to see where they try to justify the supposed haunting from.
Right.
Because it's almost like we're preemptively shutting down every path that they could kind of take.
Good.
They're probably like, God damn it. It's already cut and ready to go. We can't.
Got the script. They got the script that we know that they have.
Ignore that guy. He's banned from my museum anyway.
Take care, Jade.
See you, Jade.
I don't know. I think what'll happen is they will come up with a story, whatever it is. They will present things that they say supports that story. I think that's kind of the script, and that's what I would expect. I don't know yet until I see it.
Right.
But I think what this is going to show you then is if it is a unhaunted or non-haunted location, and they're still digging up the same shit from supposedly haunted locations, that is going to tell you anything and everything they do is flawed. And it just makes no sense. You're basically proving that you're full of it by going to a place that has no history of a haunting.
But it has
basically what they're saying is your techniques are determining or are detecting normal things you can find in any normal house. That's what you're telling us.
Yeah.
And I have to say, you summed it up. You summed up the end of my ghost hunting career. You did, because it was like 4, 5, 6 years. It was kind of like, I was like, no matter where we go, we get the same shit. I'm like, it's always the blurry photo, the sketchy EVP, the strange smells from time to time. I was like, we're doing something wrong. But you know what I mean? Like, maybe
Right.
it wasn't 4 or 5 years,
Right.
but there was just a point I was like, why do we keep getting the same shit? How come we're not getting something different? Not only better, but just different.
It's just going to show you that you go in with a story in your head with expectation. You're going to use shitty equipment, shitty procedures, shitty methods. You're going to get shitty data. And it's just going to confirm that what you do is shitty. Seriously. I don't know how else how this really, to me, it's going to be looking at this going, you've finally proven you're full of shit yourselves. Thank you.
And that's the show tonight, everyone.
Oh, good night, everybody.
Good
I
night.
don't know. It just, I don't know. It's crazy. I just, obviously there might be something we don't know. They've uncovered some deep, dark secret. Well, there's no graves on the property without the tombstones. They never moved a cemetery. The only thing they can go off is this person's couple, whatever they said. The fact that somebody died there, which how many houses have people died at? Even back in the day, people stayed at home to die. I mean,
Yeah.
There's no reports of that person haunting that house. That's the point of that one. There's nobody's ever said anything, or you're going to try to link it to the curse. None of that makes sense to link it to a haunting at that location, which really has never been reported.
I'm curious about this relic. Like, what could it possibly be?
It's a Walkman.
I mean,
it has ghost voices from the past.
We got a Walkman.
to 12. We're talking over 40 years since the film.
Yeah, I guess that's a relic to some people.
Is it really a relic? Come on.
So
Easy.
I mean, no. I mean, a relic, because I looked up. I asked the all powerful Google to define relic, and it says an object surviving from an earlier time, especially one of historical or sentimental interest, or part of a deceased holy person's body, or belongings kept as an object of reverence. So it could be anything.
Sony Walkman would qualify.
There you go.
Blockbuster video card.
That could be it.
That's significant to me. I took that damn thing everywhere when I was a kid.
I know. That was gold.
It was.
That was your ticket to freedom.
Damn.
But like, what could it be? I'm wondering, like, is it a movie prop that was left behind? Is it something going to bring in? I mean, they did. You see the pictures. You see the pictures of the house now. It's beautiful. It's been changed.
Oh my God.
No,
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, I mean the backyard is like a spa. It's beautiful. The front, they did a little work on the front. They changed like position of the lamps and some of the brick wall around the front steps. The front door is different because it used to be a double door, and it's a single door with windows on the side now. But other than that, it's like what could, I'm just curious. I'm thinking like they're going to pick something up off the ground and go, look, it's going to be an Oak Island bullshit thing where it's like, we found this, we dug a hole and it's like an inch underground, and they're like, oh, look, we didn't plant this here. This was here and we found it. Oh my goodness. Whatever, bitch.
Terracotta sewer pipe.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. We'll just have to see. We'll see when it comes on, we'll watch it and we'll make fun of it and we'll have fun and we'll report on it. We should do like a play-by-play kind of thing. Maybe take a screenshot or two and this plastic bracelet one's on my Heather. Oh my.
We'll just take screenshots of our messenger chat during the show, and then we'll just have that scroll as our next show. We don't even need to show up.
There you go. Oh, we'll do it like the Wizard of Oz and Dark Side of the Moon. We'll tell you like start the show and start playing. play our chat scrolling.
Yeah, real time. Here's a recording of our real time chat on this one.
We could just take the audio, and you could like start our audio of us like watching it privately, at this time, when you start the movie at this time, and you'll hear us talk shit at each point of
Right.
why it's wrong and why it wouldn't work.
That would be fun.
Oh man.
Now you're on to something.
You punch Hawaiian big cat.
You know what? That's it. I'm buying some of those necklaces. I'm buying the Brady Bunch house. It's obviously haunted. It's
Oh, wow.
cursed by the Hawaiian, whatever
Nah,
that was.
that episode scared the shit out of me. I
Yeah, the
wanted
music
nothing
was real
from Hawaii.
scary.
I
I
was
wanted nothing.
at the Brady Bunch house. I was outside of it. I didn't get inside, but I was out.
Probably
But
better.
yeah.
Well, this will be
get
good.
that
I think whoever's got it next, like we gotta do another show about this.
Yeah.
So
I think that's me. I think I'm next.
Follow up.
Follow up. Yeah.
damn, Dave. Here I thought
Debrief.
this was going to be an
I
awful.
turned this stupid ass thing into a 2-show episode.
I know. Not only did I think
This
not
is
only was-
we could take the dumbest fucking thing and talk about it for at least 2 hours.
reviewing the show is going to be
telling.
longer than 2 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
But here I was so wrong. I was like, this is going to rival ley lines for a terrible topic. And this is this like the only show that we've ever like said we should do part 2 of this?
Not
topic.
immediately. We've said we should
No,
revisit
yeah.
topic.
Yeah,
Never
honestly-
the next show.
Like when you sent the link, we're actually just
Never
earlier,
thought.
and
Never.
I'm like asking about the show, and you're like, yeah, I'll set it up when we get home, and I'm like, what are we doing? What are
And
we
Tim
doing?
tried to jettison off of this one
I
for
know.
all day. You sure
I
you want to
wasn't
do it?
sure.
Today? We're gonna have storms. I don't know if you want to do. I'm like, yeah, it's storming here. You sure? Maybe we should do it next week.
I said that once, but that was just because I thought you might be in trouble too. Oh, hold on.
I wasn't sure if like we were gonna like because I knew the title that you wanted to call it, and I was like, does that mean that we're gonna come up with our own dumb things that we watched or what? And then I'm like, the further along I got, I'm like, no, we're really gonna talk about this house.
Oh, that's not haunted.
All right, so maybe I can look up shit. I don't know. Let me look it up and see if I can find something about it. And then God damn it, it became interesting.
Well, I think to me the interesting thing will be is whatever they come up with, and then if they still collect similar type of data, I'm not even going to say evidence, whatever their data is that they collect, and they still make a case for it being haunted. Because I think to me that's just going to show that what they're doing, you could go to any normal house with no reports of anything, and they're going to come up with something.
I wonder. So 2 things. One, will they have a piece of steak that starts cooking itself?
Oh God.
Or will Zach look into a mirror and start
Peel his face off. Yeah.
his face? I felt like my face was
Okay.
like ripping apart.
So if he starts trying to peel his own face off, please do not stop him. Because there was remember the one episode I sent you guys? I think I sent it to you. I was like, I'm watching a Ghost Adventures, and Zach is honest to God, he's trying to strangle himself.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think it was Kenny that said, why did they stop him?
Why'd they stop him? Keep going.
So he tries to peel his face off. Do not stop him.
Yeah.
All right.
Which, I mean, anyway. All right, go ahead, Tim.
I'm sorry. I pulled up the chat. I just want to read the chat, like how it goes for people. So yeah, we're just kind of kicking around. It's Sunday. And Dave sends the link and said, what would make this place haunted? And then he follows up with, it's so beyond fucking stupid. Kenny goes, good fucking grief. And then Dave said this would make a good show topic. Title show, how fucking stupid can this field get? So I hadn't clicked on it yet, and I was like, well, I'm up next. So
Here we go.
and then I was like, wait, are they investigating the Poltergeist movie house? Dave says yes. I'm like, you're fucking kidding me. And then we started the fucking my house is haunted because I watched that movie on TV in his house.
They can
And
investigate our houses because we've watched it.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
haunted.
my God.
And then
Oh,
I was like, well, prepare more than usual for at least 1 hour of stupid.
Sometimes
Yeah.
if I just want to be entertained when I'm eating lunch at work, I'll just scroll through some of our past exchanges.
Yeah.
Golly, that was
comical.
great. That's fun in itself.
Anyway, so I guess we're coming back again next month to talk about this
Next month,
episode.
talk about it.
Son of
Yeah.
a bitch, now I got homework.
Ha!
Oh, it's gonna be fun homework. I can get that Paramount Plus added on to a subscription I already have with, I think, Showtime or one of them.
Ooh, this is
Okay.
a good suggestion. I like this.
Oh yeah,
That's gold right there.
That's
a
good.
one.
we
That's
gotta
good.
make the screen our thing going.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I gotta shut up now because I'm like, this is getting good. Dave,
Yeah.
this might be the best show ever. I
don't know about that, but
I
okay.
must apologize to you.
No, I'm the one who said it's gonna be fucking stupid, but it turned
Well,
into
we
a
all did, but
good
I was
idea.
hard on it.
No, this will be fun. And to revisit it, can't wait to discuss what they came up with.
I think it's going to be good.
I was waiting to see if there was something, like even in the comments of, so the link that you sent of the house, and I guess that's, what is that from? It's not Ghost Adventures that posted it. Somebody else did.
No, it was some,
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a news article or what.
Poltergeist.
Oh, I had 2 news articles. I closed them already.
Oh, here we go. We kick off here. It was from Facebook originally.
Yeah. Can't wait. I'm reading some of the other comments.
It was a post by somebody called Jay Wasley. We kick off our hashtag Ghost Adventures season premiere, blah, blah, blah. Discovery evidence was captured. We're back.
Yeah.
I am Jay Wasley from the Ghost Adventures TV show. Oh, must be somebody I'm not aware of.
Right. Yeah,
He
I don't
must
know
be on the show. So he posted it. I picked it up from his Facebook page.
Oh,
Okay.
guess what?
It just randomly popped up.
Wait, I'm looking at it. I think he's the one of the new guys. I guess. I don't know. Who's on Ghost? Now I'm curious who this guy is. Ghost.
It turns out I already have Paramount Plus.
Oh,
I didn't
good.
know that.
Oh, it's Discovery Plus though, I think.
Oh, is it Discovery? Okay, let me
Discovery
scroll.
Plus.
Discovery.
So let's see this guy about public figure, simple equations, media, Jay Wasley film. Okay, so he's on the show, obviously.
Yeah.
That's where I got it from. Anyway,
House calls. Oh, he's a producer, director, cinematographer. Oh my God, audio engineer, cinema guy,
tech guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's not. Yeah, he's one of the producers and directors of the show. So it's his fault.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Yeah.
Discovery Plus.
Yeah.
I'll get it. It's worth it.
He didn't comment on our comments, Dave. I'm kind of upset about that.
Shocking.
I know.
Shocking.
Because we commented on the post.
I know, it was great.
What makes it haunted?
What makes it haunted?
Because a film was made here?
Oh man. All right. So I guess we're done until we come back.
Yep, I'm saving this.
The sequel.
It's $9.99 with no ads for the month. I think we can do that for 1 month.
That's not bad.
That's
No,
not horrible.
especially for this.
In the
show.
name of research.
In the name, I'll mark it
Torture.
off on my taxes.
Fucking torture.
Torture. There you go. It's how we got here.
That's how we got here. It just continues
Oh.
every day.
Oh.
I want to say real fast. There was a question I starred. So I think we ended up going through that before I got back to it. So I wanted to let Wandering Witchy know I didn't miss it, but I didn't bring it up after we talked about it. But I just want to let you know I didn't miss it, and if we hadn't, I was going to bring it up earlier for you.
Okay. Yeah. I think they just were brought in for the movie.
Yes.
The makeup artist did those, and he also from what I could read from this, it's actually a cool court case. He described the big headed thing that comes out of the closet.
Oh, okay.
With that was him. And I was like, I'm reading the testimony. I'm like, oh, I know, that freaked me the hell out.
I forgot about that.
It was huge.
As a kid watching that movie, I will admit that freaked you out. It
Yeah.
definitely freaked you out. The damn clown and the tree and that head coming out of there. It just
The clown, the arms got long. You think you're safe? No.
Yeah.
No.
It was perfect. And I also found that originally, so that script had evolved over a couple years, and originally it wasn't going to be evil spirits, it was going to be aliens. I don't know how that was going to play out, but it turned into, over time, it turned into evil spirits, and that Spielberg deliberately chose the neighborhood because he wanted it to be like a regular home.
It's a normal
and nothing. Yeah, normal, because that, and he was right, because that made it more scary. We could relate to that.
Relatable.
You know? That's what really hit us. Like, holy shit, that bedroom with Star Wars stuff in it.
every kid's bedroom.
The poster, like, that was my bedroom. Holy shit, this could happen in my closet. No, we're bolting my closet closed. I'm never opening it again, ever. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll be back in a month.
Yeah.
To talk about this gem.
This is going to be so much fun. I'm so looking forward to this. And it's the perfect introvert activity. We're going to have fun, and I'm just going to be at my house.
Tim doesn't even need to leave the house.
I don't even need to leave the house.
Best
got my
research ever.
Got my dogs and my cat, and chocolate, and alcohol. What else do you need? Alcohol.
Nothing. You got it all, man.
Nope.
All right. So I'll just start out and saying I want to thank everybody. I thought the conversations were pretty good in there. I did enjoy, especially the ideas from us Gen Xers as to what could possibly be a 1980s relic. And I'm sure with a little bit of thought, there could be a whole lot more funny ones than that. But I want to say thank you for watching the show. I had a good time talking with you guys. I'm so pleasantly surprised at this. It's just, I would have put at least $5 down that this was going to be 15 minutes of that. And
we can really polish a turd.
We are good at it. We are good at it. Not only did we polish it, we somehow turned it into gold. If you press a turd hard enough, over time, it becomes a diamond.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So I know for me, I'll see you guys next month. I don't have anything in between here and there. Oh, I did want to say oh gosh, I don't have the paper in front of me, but for Daniel and the West Virginia Skeptics, that we are planning, but he's really doing a lot of the work, if not all of the work, to come to West Virginia. And I think it was October 18th. It's going to be open. He's looking for people that want to do any speeches or talks about some of the topics with Skeptic. It's on the West Virginia Skeptics Facebook, and I'll have it on the website soon. But I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Other than that, I do a show every month with two crazy and wild guys, and I enjoy that too as well. So I'll see you guys next month. And so for Dave, I know me and Dave like to get the early stuff out so we can let Kenny run.
I don't have anything yet. Hopefully by next month, I'll know abstracts going out to two different conferences. One's I think it's the Paranormal Research Symposium in Gettysburg. So waiting to hear if that talk is going to be accepted. And then there's another one I'm working on for basically a parapsychology convention that I'll hopefully get that submitted and be speaking at that one as well. But I'll let everybody know once I hear back on those.
Sweet.
That's going to be great.
I'm looking forward to that. All right. So I'll go. I want to start off by answering a question because on discovery.com under the episode, they have the a question. They talk about the rumors of a deadly curse have haunted the Simi Valley, California home since the movie Poltergeist was filmed there in 1981. Did real life events converge with the film's fictional storyline to unlock a lethal ancient darkness? The answer is no. No,
Oh God,
it did not. I can answer that for you right now. Confidently. But with that, so yeah, couple things coming up. So
That's
in 2
bad.
weeks, I'll be down in the Philadelphia area. I'm meeting up with FACT, which is the Philadelphia Association for Critical Thinking in the area. I'm going to hook up with them just to hang out kind of thing. It's like a meet and greet kind of thing with them. And then let's see, I have May 17th and 18th, I'll be at Penhurst Asylum for their Paracon. I'll be setting up my Skeptical Help booth for that. Looking at some other things. There's a couple things before that. There's a lot of things I'm doing that are secret right now. I can't tell you what's going on. But also this Friday, which is April 4th, coming up, I'll be doing the Skeptical Help Bar. It's my birthday bash edition because my birthday is on Saturday. So come on out, hang out, do some shots with me. In your own home, but do shots with me, and we'll have some fun. But other than that, I'm looking for June 13th and 14th. I'll be in Grafton, West Virginia, for the Grafton Monster Festival.
Oh, Tim's dying.
And then there's a few things after that, but I won't go into that yet. That's it. And then of course next month we'll be doing the Three Tortured Souls, the follow-up. Where you realize this is a 2-hour show that we have to watch, right?
Yeah, that's good. We're gonna drink. I tried to suck the last drink out of the straw, and I got a lot of air.
Thanks,
see this
Jen.
little bit? See that, like the little bit? I tried.
That's what gets you. It's the last little bit.
It's the last. And
Screws up your day.
It was going good, and then a pocket of air came, and it messed me all up.
He's going from suck to blow.
Spaceballs.
Yeah, another.
That's a relic of a movie.
Yeah, that's another. Oh God, my back is. I'll probably hurt my ribs coughing because I'm a relic from the 80s.
He's going to be on disability for a month after snorting air and.
All right, let's do this. Watch.
What happened to you, Tim? I misjudged the amount of water in my drink, or the amount of liquid in my drink, and I sucked too hard. Blew out my diaphragm.
Oh boy!
Frick them all.
All right.
That was good.
Oh, man, my eyes are watering so much it's hard to see. So if I mess up the ending, it's because I almost died on live.
Yeah, that's the reason.
That's the reason.
You die on the show, our ratings are going to go through the roof.
At least on this one.
At least this one.
EVP session. Get your ghost boxes out. We're going to contact Tim.
We're sending Zach to Tim's house if he dies on there.
Oh, I wish. I wish. I got some dogs here. He would love them. They would love him. All right. So let me get the. We'll be back. Media assets, and we've got the closing. And I will not mess this up. So I'll see you guys next month, and it's going to be a lot of fun. All right. I got it. All right. See you guys. Take care.
And what you say, or you'll get me better.